This episode of the Production Channel is sponsored by Clemco. Visit clemco.net for all of your freelance, independent contractor, entrepreneur, and small business needs.
Hi, welcome to this special edition of the Production Channel. I'm your host, Clem Harrod, and I am so excited because we are on site. No more Zoom calls, no more virtual calls. We are actually on site for a convention, for a conference, supporting DCE Productions with Clemco AV. We have a wonderful crew. We have some hard workers. We spent hours, days just grinding, making it happen. And we're going to just give you a behind-the-scenes look, recap on some of the things that we've done, some of the equipment that we use, introduce you to some of the positions that were a part of this experience, really just let you see what we see. Enjoy. I'm glad you all made it here. Exciting, very exciting. We're working with DCE Productions. This is David Dempsey. We have a total of 19 projectors. What I'm getting ready to do now is go through the process of numbering which projectors will be which out of the 19. So we got 2 distros. What we will be doing is turning this area into the rotunda in the U.S. Capitol. So we're here at the Tampa Bay Convention Center. The National Republican Congressional Committee reached out to DCE Productions. Their desire was to create a cocktail reception that was held within the National Rotunda. Our job was to simulate that experience and provide that feeling for the attendees. DCE Productions is a company that's based out of Tampa. They know that I'm in the same area, reached out to me. Knowing how high profile this job was, I needed to bring in a team that I could trust.
My name is John Brewer. I am a projectionist as well as a digital operator. This is actually one of the larger shows that I've done.
Unlike me, who's very much right brain, artist, creative, John's about the facts. He wants to get it done. Just on the floor, but just off to the side. Okay. Yeah.
All right.
I've got this saying that I love. A task once begun, never leave it till it's done. Be the labor, great or small, do it well or not at all. John's version is, a task once begun, done.
After meeting Clem on site in 2016, I definitely have gotten an opportunity to do some much bigger shows, to do a lot of traveling, as well as getting the opportunity to function as a primary with clients directly.
John's role on this project is very critical. He's my second. John was the first person to go through my school, go through my training, understand my workflow, understand how I like my cables labeled, run. He just gets it.
Are we going up with any of these cables, or we're going straight on the floor? Everything's going on the floor?
On the floor.
Okay.
Yeah, from the projector down to the floor, and the switch will live over there. Want to keep everything kind of taped down and safe, clear paths, no trip hazards. The last thing you want on any job is for someone to get hurt. I don't want it on my dime, and I definitely don't want it on my insurance. Throw in some white tape on all of the cables, flags for the SDI, wrap white tape, white gaff tape around the rim of the power cables, both ends, please, and then we'll get networking cables, all right? Cool. You got cables coming down from truss, coming down from projectors. You want to make sure that everything is laid out, neat, and not considered a trip hazard. In everyone's career, at some point they were a rookie, they were a youth. I wanted help when I was coming up. I wanted guidance. I don't feel like I necessarily had it, so I want to provide it. Where's your Sharpie though? You got a Sharpie? Oh.
My name is Ethan and I'm a stagehand. This is my first day on the projection job like this.
Ethan's a young 18-year-old kid taking all of this in excitement. In situations like this, I don't feel like there's a way to mess up. If you have the right people surrounding you, a job like this is exposure.
I'm really just taking a lot in right now and just learning and soaking as much as I can, and learning a lot from Clem and all the team here.
This is the Rotunda in Washington, D.C., the nation's capital, all right? So you see all that, all those images, and that. That's how we're gonna make this look. I don't have a strong surface to be able to see my, like these aren't like the barcodes that have a screen on the side.
I'm Robert Permenter. I'm here working with Clem today, and we're setting up some projectors, doing a 19 projector pixel map, and we're just getting things dialed in behind me and getting stuff rolling.
Okay, but that goes to the bottom of that. Robert is the definition of a true engineer. When I was a camera operator trying to navigate and figure out my way, Robert encouraged me to explore and get clients as a video projectionist. When I have the opportunity, I want Robert there with me. Probably need to check the math and the resolution and all that.
On a day like today, usually we'll get the trucks unloaded, start organizing our gear, trying to get it laid out where it needs to be, especially with projection. You got to be able to put the projectors where they need to be to make the shot, and then confirming your distances and your lensing, things like that. And then once we kind of get everything in place, we can start unboxing projectors, putting lenses in, and then start running cable, power, signal. Today we're networking all the projectors because that helps us with the warping that we have to do. Warping is where we take the image that the projector is spitting out, and then we're able to manipulate it so it fits the walls appropriately.
Before turning on any projector, you want to make sure that the power is metered and you're dealing with what is known as clean power.
211.2.
211.2 on projector 19?
Yes, please.
You want to make sure that each projector has the correct amount of voltage going to it. That's between 200 and 220 volts. What's better than one TV? Two. Now imagine overlapping those two TVs so that it's one long seamless image. That's what blending is. I'm looking at one grid and aligning the vertical and horizontal lines one on top of each other, and then making that image seamless. I'm saying don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing is gonna be alright. It's almost like the whole thing needs to shift. I'm sitting here trying to do a blend on this screen. It's two-screen blend, but in the dead center of the blend, there's a window that juts in from a flat surface. So I'm trying to warp within a warp. I'm saying don't worry about a thing. When I'm singing, it is in no way a sense of being nervous. God gave me a voice and he gave me a vision, and I like to use them both. Singing keeps a part of my mind preoccupied so that I can see the lines and grids and focus on them. Yeah, understanding the power of manipulation, understanding the power of manipulating light to create something beautiful.
We were able to walk in first thing and see that pretty much all the trucks have been unloaded. We had all the projectors unboxed. We had most of the cables laid out, and that really gave us a really good head start.
The only challenge we had was just getting our projection set up for the bottom of the bowl for the ceiling. Clem is down there getting that dialed in now. Everything has gone really smoothly.
We've got the walls done, and we've got the ring that's still being worked on.
I'm actually working on this projector here. It's two projectors, and they're blended in the middle. So I'm trying to get all those lines in the middle in sync and converge, which is challenging because of the keystoning that the projectors are doing. So I got to flatten them up on both sides. But then now there's a window in the middle, and that's why it's indented in. So now I've got to think about the perspective of here looking up and going up, and then back out, and then back up. It is not an easy task. It takes a lot of patience and understanding, and I do know and believe that I am capable of doing. Working on a job of this magnitude is huge. It's a game changer. One of the former presidents was at this event. And on top of all of that, being able to work with a company like DCE Productions and bring on people, highly skilled people, it was an honor. The end result was clean. The end result was beautiful. Not working in the industry for over a year, I was a little rusty. But we came together, we got it done, and the client was happy. When you feel like a part of you is missing, it's a wonderful feeling to be able to discover it and rediscover it. That's what live events are. Oh, jeez. Who is this kid? This is sorry, man. You're so rough. Hey, your hands, I'm trying. They're sticky. Going into a show day is a sense of pride. It's a sense of joy. It's a sense of excitement. If I can share that energy with the people on the crew, then we can be in the same mindset and look forward to what's about to happen. So once we go inside, you'll be able to see the rotunda. Similar to this one, you will see the art. You'll be immersed inside the environment similar to that inside the nation's capital. Everyone likes to socialize and spend time together. If you can do that in this virtual art gallery, a replica of the U.S. Capitol Rotunda, priceless. As Ethan's first day on the job, I wanted him to see this event as a gift. This was his foundation. This was the start of his career. When you've been out of the game for over a year because of COVID, having the opportunity to work on any gig is pretty cool. But when it becomes a projection mapping job with 19 projectors, that's what you want. That's the job to come back on. How did this all come about?
It came over a Zoom call. Our client called us and said, we have this crazy idea. We want to turn this rotunda into the Capitol Rotunda, and they said, we want you to talk us out of it. And
talk you out of it?
Yes.
Now, did you have any fear or reservations?
Not at all.
And you know, as you say that, I believe you.
Yeah.
I believe you.
I enjoy a challenge. Mm-hmm. As projects continue to get bigger and bigger and we ramp back up, I mean, this is, you can't, there's not a lot of saying no in my book. Look, because it ends right there.
There were some moments that, we were here together, just trying to understand the blend area and the whole 16:9 image and getting the projectors to work, fill the space. But, I think a lot of it was just the mental fatigue, right? And we knew that we just kind of needed to take a break, step away, clear our mind. It worked itself out, and you dedicated that time and effort to work it out as well.
Yep. You definitely have to have a passion for your craft, especially when dealing in AV.
Let's go take a look at these projectors real quick. So, how much experience and how much time have you put into the Panasonic?
So not too much. I was very nervous about Panasonics, but then, I realized how easy they were to network together as compared to some other competing brands.
One of the things that I've learned from like the 6700s, the 7700s, the menu structure is the same and it's consistent. And once you learn it, it becomes muscle memory. Not working in my craft as a video projectionist for such an extended period of time because of COVID, to be able to pick up and knowing that comfort, that the muscle memory was able to quickly come back. I noticed that you have the ramps to get the projectors up at the angle that they are upstairs. Have you used those before?
Yes.
Okay.
So we did a large mapping project on the Sykes building, also known as the Rivergate Tower in Tampa.
Yeah.
We realized, we weren't just dealing with pointing a projector at something and blending away. We had to get the trigonometry just right.
What event was it for?
The first time around was the college football championship, and then it was the NHL All-Star game.
Okay. So DCE Productions is now becoming known as the company that does this.
Yeah.
All right. That's something to be proud of.
It is, you know, and it's not just doing a cool thing, it's enjoyment.